The Presidential Task Force PTF on COVID-19 says it is not convinced that the Nigerian coronavirus curve is flattened. Dr. Sani Aliyu made the assertion in Abuja during the PTF briefing on COVID-19. Aliyu said that such a decision would be reached when they were sure that the country was having enough aggressive testing. He, however, warned that this would be a wrong time to let the guards down against the spread of the disease.
People all over the world are experiencing COVID fatigue. We're all tired. And this has been going on for 7 months now in the country and almost 10 months globally since December. But unfortunately, while we are getting tired, the virus does not tire. It doesn't realize that we are getting tired. In fact, to the virus, this is an opportunity to spread. Therefore, we must sustain our approach because of the impact the virus has not only on our lives, but also on our livelihood. So for clarity, we are not convinced that we are flattening the curve. We can only be convinced, we can only confirm this, we can only know where we are with infection rates with aggressive testing. Currently, we are conducting, yesterday I believe we tested about 1,200 plus samples, even though usually on weekends we tend to have low rates any day anyway. But this is still quite low, well below our target. Our capacity as a country for testing is just above 10,000 tests per day. So you can see that this is clearly insufficient. We all have a responsibility to avoid a second wave of the virus, just like we're seeing in other parts of the world now. An increase in cases could result in additional restrictions. It could drag us back to where we were before, and this would have an adverse impact on our economy. We must therefore avoid a similar situation happening here.
Aliyu added that allowing fatigue at this time could sabotage the gains previously made in the national response, adding that this could lead to reintroduction of restrictions. The coordinator also disclosed that the task force had released 1 billion naira each to 32 state governments for the purpose of driving the COVID-19 response, urging state governments to use the fund for the purposes it was released.
We have released money to the state governments recently, to 32 state governments. Each state government was given 1 billion naira. This is for the purpose of driving their COVID responses, and we are asking them to please prioritize testing in addition to surveillance activities linked to COVID-19. We urge state governments to please publicize their sample collection locations so that people can access the tests.